Hi everyone, my name is Belinda. A lot of people call me B. I'm starting a new YouTube channel called Be Yourself Quilting. On this channel, we're going to learn how to do traditional piecing, foundation piecing. We're going to make art quilts. We are going to maybe make quilt panels and put them in jeans or on jackets. So we'll make a little bit of altered clothing. We will probably make some maybe makeup bags, learn how to put a zipper in. We're going to take some trips to different quilt stores. We are going to just do all kind of things. It won't just always be quilting all the time, but it'll involve the sewing machine most of the time. I have a lot of interest when it comes to sewing. I do have an embroidery machine. I don't use it that much, but if you want to see it work, we can always hook that up and let that go too. If there's something you're interested in, let me know. If I have any talent or ability to learn, I'll see if I can't join in and we'll learn together. That's the main thing. I want us to learn together. Now, I have been quilting for over 20 years. My first sewing machine was a little brother sewing machine that probably came from Walmart. I inherited it from my husband's grandma when she passed away, and I used that for quite a number of years. I don't want you to think that you have to have the latest machines, the latest gadgets, the latest rulers, everything like that. You're gonna need a ruler. I'm looking over here because that's where all my rulers are. Let's see if we can turn the camera. Maybe not. Okay, I have a lot of rulers, as you can see. Let's just be honest, I don't use all those rulers, and I will never use all those rulers on the station. Because let's just face it, most of us don't have that. The reason I have that many is because I pick them up at garage sales, estate sales, such as that. Basically, all you're going to need is a ruler, maybe a 10-inch or maybe smaller 6-inch, something like this. I mean, this is nice, but if you don't have it, that doesn't matter. You can do most all your quilting with that. You will need a cutting mat, but it doesn't have to be a huge one. I got a big one this year. I haven't never had one this big before in my life. It's wonderful, but 24 years in, I'm just getting it. So you're gonna need a basic rotary cutter, some scissors, some thread. Even with my art quilts, I have a lot of thread because I've been collecting for a lot of years. But you can do an art quilt with just black or just white or just beige or whatever color, orange, whatever color you want to use, depending on what you're making. So you don't feel like you have to have all that. You're gonna need a basic sewing machine. I have a big fancy embroidery machine. I don't use it most of the time for quilting. I just use a, I think it's about 15, 16 years old, Elna, that I have. I love it. It does everything I want. As long as it does a straight stitch, you can do what I do. Okay, I don't thread paint, make art quilts with fancy stitches. I just use straight stitch. There might be a few things here and there. If we have a specific project, I'll let you know as we go. But I'm gonna try to always have an alternate, less expensive way, because I think quilting is for everyone. It doesn't matter, you could be very wealthy and have the best tools in the world, and that's awesome. But I think quilting is also for someone who just wants to learn. Someone's just starting out, someone just wants to try it, not sure they're even gonna like it. I don't want you to think if you're a beginner, you need to go invest thousands of dollars to get a taste of quilting. Once you get it, you're probably gonna be hooked if you really like it. I'll invite you along to come with me through all these things. So I'm gonna pop some pictures up here. The first one is gonna be of an art quilt of my puppies that I did. These are life size, done from photographs. No particular skills to do this. I know you think I'm lying. I'm not. Anybody can do this. Next is, this is a flower This was my very first art quilt. My oldest son said, do it, Mama. If that's what you want to do, then do it, Mama. So I did it, and there it is. That's what started my art quilt journey. But I still enjoy traditional piecing. A lot of times I'll piece a quilt and I'll put a piece of art quilt on it. So like this with the fish, this is something that we might be interested in doing. Also, these jeans, I just made these jeans. See the leg? I think that's kind of cool. So we are going to do that. I have a headband pattern that's really easy. So they make great gifts. If you have kids in school, you can pick out a fat quarter at the quilt shop, and you can have Christmas gifts for all your children's friends at school. Or just for yourself. I wear them myself. I made my sister some, my daughter-in-law some. There's just a lot of things to explore, okay? So I want everybody to feel that they can achieve this and do this. If it's complicated, we'll do it together. If I make a mistake, I'm going to show you. I'm going to take it out. We're going to fix it together. If I can't fix it, then I'll tell you I can't fix this. I'm just going to have to cut a new one. And sometimes that happens. So I just want you to be comfortable. I do live in Missouri now. I have lived in a lot of places over the last 37 years. So I have a little bit of a whole bunch in me. I was born and raised in Louisiana though. Lived in Texas for almost 18 years. So got a little bit of that in me too. And I'm just inviting y'all to come, have some fun with me. If you got a question, ask me. If I got an answer, I'll answer it. If I don't, maybe somebody else that's reading the comments might have an answer for you. But we'll try to figure it out. If you got a project you've been working on, then you got a question, post it. I am not one of those people, oh, you can only do my stuff on my channel. Look, the quilting world is big, and it's full of love and compassion, and it's full of invitingness. We like everyone to be a part of it. We don't do critical. If someone says, how does this look? If you don't like it, please pass it by. Because everybody's choice in color, everybody's choice in construction is different. You may be a lot more precise than I am. You may hate what I do, but do it your way. That's what it's about. Be yourself. I'm going to show you how I do it, give you some guidelines. But if you do it a different way, then do it your way. Because everybody has a voice and everybody has an ability to do things. Everybody's color choice is different. We're all different. I'm going to show you some stuff about color. I'm not a color theorist. I think all colors go together. When I look outside at the world that God created, I don't find any colors that don't fit. So when I make a quilt, if it looks good to my eyes, I make it. Now this here is a quilt that I just had quilted at a long warmer in Centerville, Missouri. Hunter's Quilt Mark. Oh my goodness, they do such a great job. I'm sorry about the fly that keeps flying around. My studio's in the garage and I have the door open because it's beautiful here today. And I also live out in the middle of a field, so. But anyway, back to Hunter's Quilt Mark. I just had this quilt quilted at Hunter's Quilt Mark in Centerville, Missouri. They did a fabulous job. It is my first real pattern quilt. The pattern's not quite ready. It's ready, but I don't know how to get it published yet or how to do the PDF yet. I haven't figured all those things out. So this is coming, and I'm going to do it as a block. Probably every other week we'll drop a block to make this quilt. I did it in 2 colorways. Obviously you see the bright one. Here's the gray one to give people a choice. The pattern does not have instructions on how to do it in gray because I was just being myself and I went out and chose some grays. I said, well, you know, not everybody likes bright colors. Somebody might want something more monotone for their home. So I wanted to give you a choice. But this is not far in coming, okay? So look for it. I'm really excited about it. I've never done YouTube. I've never been on any kind of film. I've never edited. Not a big public speaker. I've never written a pattern or a book or anything like that, but I'm doing it because I'm going to be myself and I'm going to enjoy my life the way I live it, and I want to share that with you. I want you to be yourself. Always be yourself, because when you be yourself, you'll be successful. It's when we try to mimic somebody else that we get discouraged, that we get off track, and we aren't as successful as what we think we ought to be. So remember to always be yourself. Now, one quick little thing here I want to tell you. When we are working on all this, you may see a lot of tools. You may see like this iron here. It's a great iron, but I've only had it a year and a half. A lot of things I have because I have collected them over the years, and they have been gifted to me by my family for birthdays and Christmas gifts. I estate sale it, I garage sale it, I marketplace it if I find something that I really want or I think would be great additive to my shop. So not everything in this shop is new. This shop is new. When we moved into this house, it's a lot smaller than any house I've ever lived in. So my husband took the third garage in the garage and he turned it into my studio. So we're long and narrow. You're going to notice that throughout the filming. This film is done much later, so I'm a little better at editing. When you see the Be Yourself films, they're not going to be as quite as edited because I was just learning. But I'm not going to redo them because everything's a process. And I'm not a professional. I'm not looking to be. I just want to be a part of your community. I want you to be a part of mine. So let's get started. The first project will be up and about very shortly. I was going to start with a quilt, but since the bee garden quilt's not ready, and I decided, since this just started in Missouri last week, September 1st, 2024, let's put it when it's at, they have a new thing, I think it started last year. It's an all Missouri shop hop. So my husband and I decided to do it. So we spent from the 3rd through the 7th on the road, touring quilt stores all over Missouri. We've got 51 out of the 99 done. We're going to keep going. We're going to get them all done. So I'm going to start with dropping those videos first. Now, by doing that, you're going to get to see shops all over Missouri. Some are very rural, some are right in town. They're everywhere. Believe me, they're everywhere. They're from the northwest corner to the northeast corner, all the way around the state and up through the middle. But it's been interesting, and we have so enjoyed ourselves. So I got 51 done. We're going to, next weekend when my husband's off, we're going to go out and do a few more. And we're just going to slowly add them. So that's where we're starting this channel, as at a shop hop in Missouri. So I invite you to join all those. And in between, I'll be dropping other things to try to get you to see what I'm about. And like I said, if you have some suggestions, come on and show me what. Okay? Tell me what. And I appreciate it. So thank y'all. And I hope you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.